For more than 110 years, Purdue Chemical Engineers have made an impact on society in small steps and giant leaps. Each generation of our alumni continues in their footsteps, asking the tough questions and solve big problems at the nano level. As part of the largest engineering college among the nation's top 10, our commitment to the pinnacle of excellence at scale drives our ambitions. We prepare our students to become leaders, innovators, and visionaries, Boilermakers who make significant contributions, reaching the highest levels of distinction. And in each step, they are altering the trajectory of chemical engineering in the nation and in the world. Tonight, we honor the stories and successes of our 2020 outstanding chemical engineers and the steps they have taken in their persistent pursuit of the next giant leap.
Hello, and welcome to the 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineer Awards, hosted by the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering. Though we are not able to meet in person, we are delighted you are joining us for this virtual event, which honors 5 of our outstanding alumni. My name is Andrea Copeland. I am from Peoria, Illinois. I'm a junior at Purdue studying chemical engineering, and am set to graduate in May of 2022. I have the pleasure of being a member of the College of Engineering Ambassadors as one of the students representing chemical engineering. As an ambassador, I enjoy the opportunities to engage with prospective students and their families, as well as meet many incredible Purdue alumni. Although we are not able to bring these outstanding alumni back to campus this fall, I'm excited to welcome you to this program where we will celebrate all of their accomplishments. My aspirations to become a chemical engineer have always been built on the foundation of improving people's lives by impacting the daily necessities around them, such as pharmaceuticals, food, and energy. I plan to use my Purdue degree to enter the consumer products industry, exploring how I can make an impact in research and development with an emphasis on sustainability. I'm grateful to have many leadership opportunities during my first 2 years at Purdue, experiences I know will play a meaningful role in my career. And with hard work and good fortune, maybe the future will allow my name to be alongside our awardees as a recipient of the Outstanding Chemical Engineer Award, a recognition that only 1% of our alumni have achieved. The Outstanding Chemical Engineering Alumni Awards were established by faculty members of the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering to recognize alumni for their profound successes as business leaders, entrepreneurs, philanthropists, and innovators. During this program, you will hear from Dr. Raj Gounder, the Larry and Virginia Faith Associate Professor of Chemical Engineering, and Dr. Julie Liu, an Associate Professor of Chemical Engineering, who will be introducing our honorees this evening. But first, I want to send a big congratulations to our outstanding alumni. Your accomplishments and successes inspire me and the entire chemical engineering student body. Without question, your impact as a chemical engineer is truly outstanding, and thank you for sharing your giant leaps with us.
Hello, my name is Dr. Rajamani Gounder. My colleague Dr. Julie Liu and I are so pleased to be with you all as we celebrate the accomplishments of these outstanding alumni. Our first honoree is Xiaoping Yang. Xiaoping Yang received her Master of Science in 1988 and her doctorate in 1990, both in chemical engineering from Purdue University. Yang has held a variety of international executive roles at BP in both US and Asia locations, where she has been responsible for strategic business development, operations, sales and marketing, and technology innovation. Currently, she is serving as chairman and president of BP China. With a commitment to global business leadership, Yang served as vice chairman of China-British Business Council and has served as an advisory board member for multiple universities and associations. For her contributions in business, she has been awarded distinguished honors, including Outstanding Business Female by Forbes China 2019, Woman of the Year 2020 by Entrepreneur Magazine's Business, and 2020 Top Global Female Influencers in Energy by Oil and Gas Councils. Dr. Michael Laddish, the director of the Laboratory of Renewable Resources Engineering, had this to say about Yang. Xiaoping Yang, in her own understated and gracious manner, has said she is making a difference where I can. Indeed, she is. I first met Xiaoping in the Laboratory of Renewable Resources Engineering when she was carrying out her PhD studies in biochemical engineering under Professor George Cao on an adsorption-coupled acetone-butanol fermentation by Clostridium acetobutylicium. Dr. Yang joined BP in 1990, obtained an MBA from the University of Chicago, and contributed to many facets of the petrochemical world. Throughout it all, her commitment to sustainability and renewable resources has not changed. I admire Xiaoping for what she has achieved, for being herself, and staying connected to her friends and colleagues. She is truly an outstanding chemical engineer and role model, and best of all, a Boilermaker. She is making a difference, true to her words. Thank you, Xiaoping, and congratulations. For distinguished contributions in international executive roles in the energy sector, for extraordinary strategic business development and technology innovation, and for her commitment as a global leader, the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering recognizes Xiaoping Yang as a 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineer.
This award is such a pleasant surprise to me, and I feel so honored for receiving such distinguished award. My sincere thanks to Dr. Kim, the head of Davidson School of Chemical Engineering, and the rest of faculty for nominating, selecting, and awarding me with such a special gift. I should say this is a gift that truly belongs to Professor Cao. Professor Cao was my major advisor when I attended Purdue University between 1986 and 1990. I was very fortunate enough to study biochemical engineering, gaining a PhD in Laboratory of Renewable Resource Engineering, LORRE in short, that Professor Cao founded. At the time, renewable resource was not a major agenda. And I was fortunate enough to benefit from not only LORRE, but also other faculty members in CHEMI. They collaborated, interacted, and nurtured us, me and many other people worked in LORRE. We not only learned, developed, built competency in the technical areas, but also the leadership skills, because we all helped each other. So I want to especially thank Professor Cao, Professor Ramakrishna, Professor Ladish, and many colleagues and classmates I worked with during the time. And I still remember in 1986, when I landed from China to West Lafayette, Indiana, I thought I had good command of English, but when I was trying to pay for the school supplies I purchased, I realized I really didn't understand English. And as you can imagine, what a tough time I had in the classes. Not only I couldn't laugh at the jokes people were saying, I really didn't understand much. So without people's help and the people's around me all being so supportive and so inclusive, so patient with me, I do not think I would have built confidence in the next 30 years. So to me, Purdue is a place I felt like I was reborn. I was reborn to be a person who has more global perspectives, but more importantly, I gained more confidence in my technical understanding as well as the impact I can make to the world. So really special thanks to people in West Lafayette at the time. They were so friendly, and more importantly, CHEMI faculty members and classmates, colleagues I've met. And I also like to take this special moment to thank my husband who has been always so supportive of my career, and In particular, I want to thank my son, who has always been very inspirational and encouraged me to strive for the best, to progress my career as much as I could. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who have helped me to make me a better person as I am today.
Our next honoree is Denny Ware. Denny Ware's exceptional career began in 1964 after his graduation from Purdue with his Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. Ware started as an electron beam welding engineer at Buehler Corporation, which was a subcontractor for the defense industry during the Vietnam War. As the war wound down, and subsequently the need for military helicopters, Ware's expertise with critical components took him to the field of orthopedic devices. Over the next 30 years, Ware held positions of increasing responsibility, which culminated in the position of CEO of Roche Diagnostic Corporation. Later, Ware was asked to use his experience to lead Kinetic Concepts Incorporated, a small device company in Texas. There, he executed a plan to commercialize a novel device that helped treat 7 million patients who suffered from severe acute and chronic wounds. More than 90% have had their lives or limbs saved or their quality of life dramatically improved. Currently, Ware owns Mission Point Resort on Mackinac Island, Michigan, and sits on the board of Crystal House International and Haven for Hope. In 2016, he was elected to the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Denny Ware is highly regarded for his philanthropic endeavors. Bart Peterson, president and CEO of the Crystal House International, had this to say about Ware. The board of directors and staff of Crystal House International congratulate Denny Ware for being honored with the Outstanding Chemical Engineer Alumni Award from the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering. We are pleased Purdue University is recognizing him not only for his breakthrough achievements in business, but for his philanthropy. As a board member and now acting chairman of the board for Crystal House International, Denny has been instrumental in helping children from deeply distressed communities around the world realize their full potential. His business acumen, generosity, and leadership have helped to transform thousands of lives. We are very proud to have Denny on our team. Boiler up! For distinguished contributions to the medical devices industry through the exceptional application of engineering principles and entrepreneurship, the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering recognizes Denny Aware as a 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineer.
I would like to thank the faculty of the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering at Purdue for this honor. I would also like to acknowledge my wife, Suzanne, passed away last year, and all the support she gave me for my continuing education and all of the initiatives in my career. Purdue is a wonderful school. Purdue is fundamental in developing my ability to produce over my career. The breadth and depth of the program in chemical engineering was utterly outstanding. And while I wasn't at the top of my class, it provided me with many tools by which I could use to be productive during my career. And I am thankful for the experience that I had, for the foundation that I learned and built on, and for the ability I had to be productive over the last 55 or 60 years. Purdue has spent 150 years providing tools and processes by which students can learn how to be productive and develop products that are used in society to improve the quality of life. The breadth of the programs and the intensity of the education is utterly tremendous. And the opportunities it creates for people to be productive is just plain overwhelming. It's such an honor to have graduated from a school of this caliber that continues to grow and prosper. And the way that the administration now supports the individual students in their individual attempts to get through a very challenging educational process is amazing, and it's wonderful for the students, and it's a great way to distinguish Purdue University from many of the other institutions around the world.
Our next 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineer is Robert F. Walsh III. Walsh spent his impressive 40-year career in the global petroleum, chemical, and industrial biotechnology industries. Most recently, he was the Senior Vice President of Energy and President of the Industrial Products Division at Intrexon Corporation, where he oversaw programs aimed to create products that improve the quality of life and the health of the planet. At Purdue, Walsh earned his Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering in 1979. He then went on to spend the majority of his career at Royal Dutch Shell, where he held senior manufacturing, supply, distribution, and strategic planning positions in North America and Europe, including General Manager Supply Europe for Shell Europe Oil Products. Previously, he led several private renewable energy startups working on cellulosic fuels and chemicals. Later, he joined LS9 as president and executive board member. Under his leadership, the World Economic Forum honored LS9 as a 2007 technology pioneer. He then went on to become the CEO and executive board member of Aurora Biofuels Incorporated, a private industrial biotechnology company developing algae-based alternative fuels and animal protein. Bob Postma, a friend of Walsh, had this to say about Bob as an engineer. "I'm not an engineer by trade. I invest for a living. I met Bob Walsh when we were involved in a company together. Bob has the ability to explain complex engineering in a way a layperson can understand. He has the ability to meld engineering and business. I believe that to be a unique skill set." He is currently providing strategic advice to several companies at the board and CEO level. For his distinguished contributions to the petroleum, chemical, and industrial biotechnology industries, and for championing companies under his leadership to global recognition, the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering recognizes Robert F. Walsh III as a 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineer.
Purdue Chemical Engineering students, faculty, graduates, family, and guests. I would like to thank the faculty and Davidson School of Chemical Engineering for this nomination and selection. Personally, I think everyone who graduates with a chemical engineering degree, particularly from Purdue, is pretty outstanding. Purdue is a special place, starting with a dedication to keeping tuition flat, but even more today in the light of the COVID crisis and the response on campus. For me, personally, Purdue's helped lead me to an interesting 41-year career to date. But more importantly, I met my wife of 39 years there, Lisa. Together, we have moved 7 times for both of our professional careers, including to Europe, and flown millions of miles for business and pleasure. Chemical engineering can take you many places. I spent the first 27 years in petrochemicals and refining with Shell, a very traditional chemical engineering path in 1979. I retired from Shell as an executive in a 100,000-person company responsible for a $30 billion P&L, and transitioned to being employee 13 at a startup industrial biotechnology company, working on cellulosic fuels and chemicals. Subsequently, I joined another biotechnology company, Intrexon, that we took public in 2013. I know today is all about chemical engineering, but the overall quality of Purdue was also a great asset for my professional career. The ability to take high-level accounting and economic classes at the Kraniff School of Management was a true asset in addition for my business career. I think this shows the impact chemical engineers can have on many different fronts. And change and reinvention is important as you move through your career. So I say thank you again to the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering for this honor. I'm enormously grateful. I wish this could have been in person. The profession of chemical engineering is something I love and value very much. Lisa and I will continue to be part of the Purdue community and ever grateful for your work. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Robert Davidson. Bob Davidson's career is full of exceptional ways he has strived to improve the lives of others. For the past 20 years, Davidson has led the Davidson Institute for Talent Development. The Institute is the leading organization supporting our nation's profoundly gifted and underserved children. Today, they have served over 4,000 students with support including a scholarship program that is recognized as one of the most prestigious in the world, and the Davidson Academy, recognized as the #1 public secondary school in the U.S. Davidson graduated from Purdue with his Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering in 1964 and began his career in the U.S. Patent Office. He later went on to earn his Juris Doctorate from George Washington Law School. Davidson's career as a patent attorney took him to the West Coast, where he worked for TRW as a patent attorney before moving on to work for the Parsons Corporation as Vice President and General Counsel. Throughout his time at both TRW and the Parsons Corporation, Davidson oversaw and acquired many companies. Davidson left Parsons to become the chairman and CEO of Davidson & Associates, which specialized in education software. Bob is proud to serve as the civilian commander of the Nevada Air National Guard. Brian Krolicki, a founding board member of the Davidson Academy and former lieutenant governor and state treasurer, state of Nevada, states, "I met Bob Davidson almost 2 decades ago, and his friendship continues to inspire my outlook on life and my faith in people. Bob selflessly impacts those fortunate enough to be embraced by his vision and generosity. He is always in motion, accomplishing only extraordinary outcomes in both professional and philanthropic goals. I'm honored to serve as a board member of the Davidson Academy, a school where Bob addresses the unique and often underserved needs of profoundly gifted young people. Bob's passion is to ensure these remarkable young minds receive vigorous educational stimulation to achieve their fullest potential. He has always recognized a responsibility to provide these students with guidance and mentoring through their critical teen years. I have witnessed firsthand the life-changing impact Bob has provided to hundreds of special yet demanding minds. Through his vision, Bob has enriched the lives of these gifted students, and his legacy will include the incredible contributions these young people will deliver in the future. For his tireless work to support profoundly gifted and intelligent middle and high school students, distinguished contributions to the patent law industry, and for his patriotic dedication to the Nevada Air National Guard, the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering recognizes Robert M. Davidson as a 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineer.
Hi, my name is Bob Davidson, and I'm speaking from one of my very favorite places, the Davidson Academy for Profoundly Gifted Students. And I'd like to acknowledge and thank the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering at Purdue University for this unexpected but very well-received award. Thank you. I'd like to acknowledge some of the people that helped me along the way, or I wouldn't be here today. First of all, my parents. I grew up on a farm. It was a long way from Purdue, and I went there at a young age, and they prepared me for what was to come. And I'd also like to acknowledge my college girlfriend, Jan, who became my wife, who also supported me along the way, and the fraternity brothers at Triangle. It was a great place to live while we were working and going to school, and also the faculty and staff of the School of Chemical Engineering. Reflecting upon my time at Purdue, it was a very great time for me. I'll always remember it. I had a lot of great experiences. I grew a lot, I learned a lot, and I came out prepared for the world.
Our final award recipient is John F. Jack Babbitt Jr. Jack Babbitt is a highly honored veteran, engineer, and community leader. Babbitt entered the military after graduating from high school, where he became a pilot and achieved the rank of captain in the United States Air Force. He had 30 missions in his B-17, with the final mission being a relief flight carrying food to the Dutch near the end of World War II. After World War II, Babbitt enrolled at Purdue and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering in 1948. After graduating from Purdue, he began work on the Girdler and the hydrogen bomb project. Babbitt then joined the newly formed First Mississippi Corporation, becoming president of the company within 2 years. He later joined Agrico Chemical Company, a subsidiary of the Williams Companies, as president, but left to form DevCo International, DevCo Overseas Company, and several other personally owned companies which designed, built, and operated facilities to process and market sulfur in the United States, Saudi Arabia, and Australia. In 2013, Babbitt received an honorary doctorate in business from Hillsdale College. He has served on numerous boards, such as Hillcrest Medical Center, including a term as chairman, a member of the board of the Master's College and Seminary in Santa Clarita, California, chairman of the Fertilizer Institute, a National Association of Fertilizer and Agrochemical Producers, was active in the Boy Scouts, served as president of the Indian Nations Council, and served as a member of the Boy Scouts National Council. Additionally, he has served as a member of the board of the Little Lighthouse, an organization dedicated to bringing children with special needs up to their greatest potential. During his retirement, Babbitt found new ways to impact the community through philanthropy. He has supported many Christian missions and has been a driving force to establish churches internationally, demonstrating their continued commitment to improve the lives of others. Babbitt is highly regarded for his excellence in his field. 1966 Purdue Chemical Engineering graduate Steve Savage has this to say about Babbitt. Based on my experience working with him off and on over 30 years, Jack Babbitt Jr. is the consummate professional who is eager to allow young engineers to perform and achieve results uncommon in the engineering and construction industry. For outstanding industry leadership, dedicated service to our country, and exemplary community involvement, the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering recognizes John F. Babbitt Jr. as a 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineer.
You know, when I hear people giving speeches, and you hear all the laudatory comments about who is going to speak and what they've accomplished, I'm always amazed and think that maybe the speaker's best effort would be to get up and say, "Thank you very much," and then sit down. That's impossible on this occasion, though, because I am so tremendously honored and humble at receiving the Outstanding Chemical Engineering Award at Purdue University. First of all, I need to thank the faculty and the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering. And also, I'd like to comment and thank all of those professors, instructors, and others that have enabled my education at Purdue in the past. The Lord has absolutely blessed me physically and professionally. And I have a wonderful wife and fantastic gal, Jo. I have four grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, and 11 great-great-grandchildren. And the 6 of the 11 are here in Tulsa, so you can imagine we have a great time. Winding it all up, the Lord was also blessing us with quite a few funding, and we have been able to use those funds that He has given us to promote the gospel in any way we can and become amateur philanthropists. What a way to end a career.
To all of our 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineering recipients, you represent the very best of our alumni, and the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering is delighted to celebrate and honor your achievements in the field and around the world. It was June 4th, 1911, when the Board of Trustees officially launched the School of Chemical Engineering. And in our 109 years, we have educated some of the very best problem solvers who left their footprints on the world. From CEOs of major corporations to some of the top academicians with international reputations, we have had entrepreneurs start extremely successful businesses, while others have focused their work on research to uncover the next great discovery to change the world. And these are just a few of the paths where notable chemical engineering alumni are making a difference. As you learned about our 5 honorees selected to receive this award, I hope you are as amazed as I am at their tremendous influence. Each of them exemplifies professional success, and as I've had the chance to engage with them, I'm even more impressed with their humility. Here at Purdue, we are in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We are seeking the next great discovery, innovation, or leader that will be a game changer in the marketplace. And I believe our next giant leap will come from the collaboration of our alumni working together with students and faculty. This COVID-19 pandemic has challenged the world. As engineers, we are called to face these global challenges head-on, I believe chemical engineers will play a significant role in developing the solutions to this pandemic. And I also believe we have students like Andrea, who you heard from earlier in the program, who are receiving an education that will enable them to change the world. We look forward to the days ahead where we will find ways to engage each of these recipients with our students and faculty. Their proven record of success brings invaluable wisdom, and we hope they will play a role in inspiring our future chemical engineers to forge their own opportunities. The awardees also demonstrate the tremendous value that comes with a Purdue chemical engineering education. This concludes our 2020 Outstanding Chemical Engineering Awards presentation. We would like to thank all of the honorees for their commitment to the College of Engineering and Purdue University. Thank you all, and hail Purdue.